Setting up Pro Command MIDI is simple, following the built-in setup guide. To begin, launch Pro Command MIDI. From the Pro Command MIDI icon, select the Setup Guide option. On the first page, you have the option to launch Pro Command MIDI at login. When this option is selected, Pro Command MIDI will launch in the background every time you log in, and it will automatically connect to the last Maschine device you used. It's important to note that if you use other software which responds to MIDI inputs, you should disable the Pro Command MIDI ports 1 through 4 devices. This is because those devices may send inadvertent signals to instruments. In the first step, we will install the template corresponding to our hardware. In this case, we will install the Maschine Studio template. We will save the template in the default controller editor directory. If you've not done so already, turn on your Maschine hardware. Place the Maschine hardware in MIDI mode by holding the Shift and the channel buttons. Open the Native Instruments Controller Editor app. You will notice that the Pro Command MIDI setup guide stays on top of other windows so as to constantly be available for reference. Ensure that the correct Maschine hardware is selected. You should note a dot to the left of the Maschine device you currently have connected. We will now import the template we installed in the previous steps. Click on the Edit and then Open buttons underneath the template. You will notice that the Open dialog opens to the default directory, the controller editor directory. Select the template saved in step 1. You can now close the controller editor and launch Pro Tools. When Pro Tools launches, either create a new session or open an existing one. Go to Setup, MIDI, and then click on Input Devices. You will want to ensure that all 5 of the Pro Command MIDI devices are enabled. Check the boxes next to each of them and then click OK. Next, go back to the Setup menu and click on Peripherals. Click on the MIDI Controllers tab and set each of the 4 MIDI controllers to HUI, H-U-I. In the Receive From column, we will select the respective Pro Command MIDI port. For number 1, we will select port 1. For device number 2, we will select Pro Command MIDI port 2. For device number 3, we will select port 3. And device number 4, port 4. We will repeat the same process in the Send To column, selecting port 1 of Pro Command MIDI for device number 1, Pro Command MIDI port 2 for device number 2, and so on. We'll now click OK, and Pro Command MIDI will be ready to be used with Pro Tools.